Ladies and gentlemen of Raiders Nation, gather round, because if you're not fired up yet, you will be by the time we're done here. Picture this. It's the off-season, the silver and black world is buzzing like a hive of pirate ghosts in the Death Star, Allegiant Stadium gleaming under those Vegas lights, and everyone's chanting about the Raiders landing one of the crown jewels of the 2025 NFL Draft. But 5 weeks in, with a gritty 1-4 record staring us down like a Bronco in our rearview, we're left wondering, where's the rookie magic? Where's the thunder from Oakland's rebellious soul echoing into the desert? Today, we're zeroing in on the one silver lining we can't afford to keep on the bench, the second-round steal, Jack Bech. Buckle up, because this kid could be the spark that reignites our commitment to excellence. Let's rewind the tape quick, folks. Coming off a draft that had analysts like Mel Kiper Jr. nodding in approval, the Raiders poured high hopes into this class. Top 6 sensation Ashton Jeanty, that human highlight reel out of Boise State, was supposed to be our next Marcus Allen, pounding through lines like it's 1983 all over again, Super Bowl 18 vibes. And don't get me started on the tight end duo of Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer, those pass-catching monsters who were meant to terrorize AFC West defenses from Kansas City to Denver. But here's the gut punch. Injuries sidelined Bowers and Mayer early, turning our offense into a one-man show for Davante Adams and the occasional Max Crosby-led defensive bailout. The result? Our rookies, as a unit, have barely cracked the lineup. Jeanty's getting his carries, sure, but the rest? Minimal snaps, fewer targets. It's like drafting a Ferrari and leaving it in the garage during rush hour traffic. Now, let's zoom in on the overlooked hero of this tale. Jack Bech, the slick slot receiver out of TCU, snatched up in the second round after a college career that screamed, polished pro. This isn't some raw athlete needing reps to find his feet. Bech's got the hands of a surgeon, the route-running savvy of a young Tim Brown, and that quiet fire that reminds you of Charles Woodson's early days patrolling the secondary before he became the Eternal Raider. At 6'1", he's got the size to box out corners, but it's his quickness in traffic and those toe-tap sideline grabs that make him a nightmare for zones. Yet, through 5 games, he's logged just 21% of offensive snaps. 21%. Meanwhile, fourth-round flyer Donta Thornton, tall, speedy, a deep threat dart, is out there eating 62% of the pie. Don't get me wrong, Thornton's got that explosive gear, like a modern-day cliff branch stretching the field. But Bech? He's the chain mover, the guy who turns 3rd and 5 into 1st and 10 with contested catches and YAC magic. So why the cold shoulder? It's not on Bech, Raiders faithful. It's the injury bug biting harder than a charger in a rivalry scrum. Without Bowers and Mayer, our passing game's thinner than Al Davis's patience for losing. Head coach Pete Carroll, that wise old fox who brought Seattle's legion of Boom Thunder to Vegas, knows it too. Before this week's practice, he lit up about our sophomore sling. He's a really competitive kid, and you saw him catch the ball and break tackles and make first downs a couple times, and it shows up in his blocking as well. He's an aggressive football player, and he fits the style that we like playing with. And so, hopefully Jack will continue to have a bigger part in it. He's playing, and he's out there, so it's really likely that Jack will make his plays. Really have a lot of confidence in him in that regard. Pete's not blowing smoke. That's the blueprint for a Raider, echoing the grit that powered John Madden's tuck rule miracles back in the 70s. And get this, quarterback Geno Smith, our steady-handed gunslinger who's channeled his inner Ken Stabler with those no-look lasers, gave Bech the ultimate cosign after Week 5. Yeah, I thought he made some plays. I thought he had some tough catches in there. I thought he did a good job of competing. I thought he did a good job at learning as the game went along. And I think as he continues to play and as he continues to grow, I think he'll continue to get better. I think he's a really good player, really good young player, and he's just growing into what he's going to become. Smith's words hit like a Raiders Nation chant at full throat. Bech's not just surviving, he's thriving in the shadows, waiting for his moment. Let's put some numbers on the board to drive this home, because stats don't lie, even when the scoreboard does. Last season, under the old guard, our slot receivers hauled in 68% of targets for 842 yards. Efficient, explosive stuff. Bech's college tape: 75 catches, 1,012 yards, 9 scores, with a 62% contested catch rate that'd make even Adams jealous. Compare that to Thornton's 42% snap share efficiency so far this year. Solid, but not starter caliber in a division where Patrick Mahomes treats secondaries like piñatas. If we crank Bech's snaps to 40% over the next 5 games, Projections from our in-house crunchers say that's an extra 250 yards and 3 touchdowns for the offense. Suddenly, that 1-4 hole doesn't look so deep. It's tactical chess, folks. Carroll's run-heavy scheme loves versatile weapons, and Bech's blocking chops could free up Janty for those boom-or-bust runs. Imagine it, a play-action fake, Geno zipping it to Bech on a wheel route, and boom, Raiders Nation erupting like it's the Holy Roller all over again. Historically, this feels all too familiar, doesn't it? Remember 2007, when Jamarcus Russell sat like a diamond in the rough while the team sputtered to 4-12? Or flip it positive, the 1976 draft that birthed a dynasty with the likes of Stabler slinging to Branch and Biletnikoff. Raiders drafts thrive when we unleash the beasts early, living that just win, baby ethos Al Davis hammered into our DNA. And in pop culture, Bech's got that underdog vibe straight out of a Rocky montage. Think a young Apollo Creed, scrappy and unbreakable, facing down the Chiefs' steel curtain next weekend. If I could pull Jack aside for a quick huddle. Hey, kid, picture this fictional fireside chat. Jack, you've got the tools to be the next great slot in silver and black. What's it feel like, knowing Raiders Nation's got your back? He'd flash that TCU grin and say, man, it's electric. These fans, they're family. I'm just hungry to prove it on the field. Every snap, every block, it's for the pirate ship. And from the stands, a die-hard from the Oakland days chimes in. We've waited too long for this fire. Get Bech in there, Pete. Let's pillage the AFC West. Looking ahead, integrating Bech isn't just a tweak, it's a tidal wave. Win out the next 3 in the division, clip the Chargers, stomp the Broncos, and who knows, maybe steal one from Andy Reid's playbook, and we're sniffing wild card contention. Miss it, and the draft lottery calls our name again. But I believe, Raiders fans. With Crosby terrorizing QBs like he's channeling Howie Long, and Adams drawing doubles, Bech's the X-factor that turns good to legendary. So here's the call to arms, nation. Storm Allegiant this Sunday, paint the town black and silver, and demand the rookies rise. Tune in to Raiders Radio for the pregame hype, follow us on X for live breakdowns, because together, we're unbreakable. This is your Raiders Report. Commit to excellence, just win baby, and I'll catch you after the whistle. Go Raiders!